Hey folks, do we think a new bull market has started? A new bull market has come back. I've always said that a blow off top cannot be discounted. That means a new all-time high on Bitcoin and the stock market. Particularly, we need the stock market to go up first and then for Bitcoin to do so. Do we have the right conditions for it? And right now, look at this. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 altcoins that could lead this race, right? I'm not saying they're going to be 100x altcoins, but they're going to be the strong altcoins that's going to lead this run. So far, look at this. Basically, I've been saying that 86K was the crucial resistance, and we spent like 8 days there, and then boom, didn't even stop at 92. 92 was the crucial resistance as well. Now, but it's acknowledging 92 because it's bouncing off this 92 area every time, right? Now, if you're a technical trader, you would say, well, we've had 3 closes above 92, then technically that's a confirmation, technically. But Bitcoin and crypto is a much more tricky animal than the stock market. Those rules were made for the stock market, right? A dip down here could still easily happen. I'll tell you why. Because you have, right, all the stocks right now still, look at this, trying to confirm their breakthrough. So basically, you noticed yesterday that stocks went up, like a major update, like 2.5%. That's huge for SP 500, right? 3% for NASDAQ, but Bitcoin actually went down. Bitcoin actually went down where was mostly flat. So people call that relative strength. When stocks down, Bitcoin goes up. Do we call that relative weakness? So look at this. We've only had 1 day close above this trend line. How about we get at least 2 days close above the trend line, or else we could get a fake out and a rejection and the markets freak out. That would take Bitcoin down for another dip as well. It's a very tricky market. At least for Friday, we get a weekly confirmation, weekly bar close above this trend line. Then we have something solid to talk about. So if assuming a bull market is going to happen, which I think it is, we're going to get another leg up. Been saying this for quite a while now. At least we're going to get a big bounce. I said above 100K. That was my minimum expectations. Which 3 coins, crypto, altcoins, do we think are going to be the strong leaders of this run? Before we get onto that question, first let's answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo use? Well, Pablo uses this exchange that is non-KYC, meaning that you don't need a ID to join. That means the exchange can't even see who you are. So of course, Americans can use it. And also that means the IRS can't see you, the tax office can't see you, the FBI, CIA, nobody can see you, total privacy. So over $8,000 for my followers just for joining and trialing it out. 1.3 million global users already, right? Already the largest non-KYC exchange in the world and fastest growing exchange in the world right now. So as we can see, this is the Pablo deal. So if you're watching this on YouTube, then basically the link is in the description below. The link is in the description below and only on this Pablo link. For everyone else who's watching it on other platforms such as this one, then basically just go to my profile page and it'll be on the Sten link. It's basically the first deal that pops up because this is a big deal for Pablo. Okay, Bitunix. And let's get back to the markets. And remember folks, only on the Pablo link. Okay, here we go. So looking at NASDAQ, looking at the QQQs, we need all of them to confirm above this line. Especially for the NASDAQ, it's looking okay right now because we're above this key level. We're above this key level, could have one more dip and retest, hold this 16.3K area, and then up we go. So this could be it. If it goes up, then Bitcoin, and tries to challenge this all-time high, then Bitcoin could do it as well, go back to 109K. So my scenario was for a minimum bounce up to go above 100K. And I kept on saying, even when Bitcoin was down, I was calling for 73K, got down to 74K. I was saying, could even still have a blow off top. I wouldn't discount anything. The reason why it could happen right now, even though everyone's bearish, very uncertain about what Trump's going to do, I've said this a number of times in my Discord, and I said it yesterday on Twitter as well. I said, basically, I think Trump's going to capitulate. He's going to cave like huge. Not 100%, but like 80, 90%. The reason for that is because Trump has a lot of pressure on him. He's got all those goods that are coming out of China. They stopped on April the 9th when those tariffs went into effect. So they take about 30 days to reach, 25 days to reach West Coast US because China's here. And then 45 days to reach East Coast, which means by about early to mid-May, things aren't coming into the United States. The goods just stop coming from China. And Walmart, the head of Walmart, the head of Amazon, CEOs, founders already told Trump, we're going to have empty shelves. We're going to have like shelves 40% empty and then going forward 60% empty, something like that. Imagine that. Imagine what that'll do to inflation and to the psychology, right, to citizens inside the United States. So, and also you've got the massive the debt refinancing, $7 trillion to be refinanced in June. But a month beforehand, the United States usually goes and canvasses buyers' interest. And why would anybody want to buy US bonds right now? Japan, Europe, China, all the major buyers are basically getting hit with massive tariffs from the United States right now. Why would they buy anything from the United States? So Trump needs to solve all of this and do it before June. I think he's going to do it before mid-May. That's my deadline for him. Okay, now let's look at the three altcoins that could very likely lead the run here, right? So basically, I'm not saying these are the altcoins that's going to do 100x, but I'm pointing out the ecosystems or the leaders in narratives that could run really hard. So first, we have Sui, S-U-I, and it's one of those coins that came out of the lab that was created, the crypto blockchain lab that was created by Facebook. And the other one's Aptos, APT, but Sui seems to be the market favorite right now. It's leading in a lot of these metrics such as TPS, transactions per second, and they're in very good relationship with Trump. Now, the thing is, it's fallen back more than Ethereum. If we look at it, it's went from $5.30 down to $1.70. So it's fallen more than Ethereum, right? It's taken like a 75% fall. But however, the bounce here, as I pointed out yesterday, Ethereum only did like a 25% bounce so far. Solana did a 100% bounce, no 50% bounce from $95 to like $150. But Sui has done a 100% bounce, right? So right now, basically, I'm thinking pullback, or depending on what Bitcoin and stock market and what Trump tweets, pullback to basically this from 340 to 310. Let's see if we're on log charts. Okay, let's put it on log charts. Yeah, to this 310. Oh, wait. Actually, 310 area. Another area for entry is around this $2.80 area because one, you have this Fibonacci level here, and two, you have a bunch of these old bottoms and old highs here. So 280 or 310 on the bounce, on the pullback, and then boom. I wouldn't put it past Sui to make a new all-time high if we get Bitcoin making a new all-time high, because so far this just looks like, you know, a constructive wave, like basically up, pullback, next leg up. So I still think blow off tops can happen on some of these. So Sui, obviously, we could look at some of the Sui ecosystems. I was looking at some of the Sui meme coins a few months ago, and we could I could do another episode on Sui. Let me know in the comments if you want to see the Sui ecosystem and some of the dexes and the meme coins and the utility coins on Sui to be analyzed. Okay, another one. Again, I'm just letting the market dictate its strength. Is Hype. Hype is a coin that I used to speak a lot about before the bear market came. So basically, Hype actually did really well. Held this this $20 area, even as Bitcoin was tanking, but then obviously, but then it broke down recently, couldn't hold on as the entire Nasdaq and SP 500 market was collapsing as well. As I told you guys, it's all about the stock market. When the stock market starts crashing, there's no such thing as Bitcoin or crypto. You can argue, but bottom on April 7th, and the bounce from $9 to again $19 is something like 100% bounce. So this is a major resistance level, this 19.3 to 19.5 area, because one, on the Fibonacci retrace, right? On the Fibonacci retrace, basically, we can see this 0.38 area, or you can call it 0.618 area, however you want to call it. It's actually the same, roughly the same area. We have also these bottoms. That's almost the pivot bottom there. A number of these bottoms. So hitting this 19.5 area level, I think likely we see a pullback, especially if Bitcoin and stock market, again, depending on Trump, pulls back depending on Trump's tweets, then this 17.1 area, right? And then 15.1, right? Those are two areas, or 15.5. Let's call it 15.5, low 15s, and $17, 17.1 area to try to catch a pullback and then swing up. Hype is already, keep in mind, hype is actually already huge. Was already at 20 billion around here. So around here it was still $10 billion. So now it's back to about $19 billion valuation. However, from my research, hype doesn't really have a lot of VCs. So they don't have VCs to dump on you. So I'm not sponsored by them anyway. I didn't get the airdrop. A number of my friends around me did. So hype is another one to watch out for. It's one of those that's going to be kind of like Solana. Could be one of the leaders. It's not going to do 100x because it's already, or even 20x. It's already so large. But it's one of those what people call swan coins that has a lot of good fundamentals going for it, and could lead the run, kind of like the way Solana or Sui could lead this bounce. Okay, last one. We're just going to give everyone an update, and it's something I've spoken about for like 3 or 4 videos already, and that's Fatcoin. Despite the silly name, it's actually basically just leading the run right now. There's nothing to argue about that. Basically, it bottomed on March 10th. Where's April 7th? This is April 7th. It didn't even go down when Bitcoin hit 73K. It was actually going up. So amazing, amazing relative strength. I've explained the logic of the fundamentals, if there is any such thing, of the fundamentals behind Fatcoin. Very strong. So I was talking about it when it was in the 40s here. Didn't get the pullback to the 30s that I wanted, but I had some entries anyway. What I normally do is get like 1/3 in here, 1/3 here, 1/3 here, buy it in 3 different moves, but at least got some entries in there already. So if we look at Fatcoin, for example, the resistance levels would be, we take the Fibonacci retrace, and we go here, and let's see. So basically, this is the 0.382 retrace area, right? And so I'd be a little bit careful of this $17 area. And also at $28, you have these old tops and bottoms. So basically, pivot top, kind of a pivot bottom, pivot top. So $28, $30. Now, if it's going to pull back, then where could it go? Let's see. Oh yeah, around this looks like a good area. 70. Probably many people think it's not going to go back to 73, but let's just mark this out on our charts anyway. this low 70s area. We have a series of bottoms here, and this bottom here. And in between, probably here, because it might dip and bounce off. This low 90s, like 92 area, might dip and bounce off these old highs. But it usually wicks down, so something like 86, 85. So probably 86, 85, then 70 cents. Right, provide another entry here. Just keep in mind, this is a log chart. Its high was at a $2.70 and it's only at what, $1.06 right now. So this could turn out to be like the leading meme coin of this run, right? It's only still at just over $1 billion. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time.